Hey there guys, I am SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Kirby Superstar Ultra. Last time we finished up Milky Way Wishes and we unlocked 2 more modes here for us to play, one of them which is the arena. Why can't people stop fighting? That's a very good question. When the Pink Terror raises his fist, even the strong tremble in fear. The arena is the final mode that you can unlock and play in the original Kirby Superstar on the Super Nintendo. So if you're playing the Super Nintendo version of this game, this is where your journey would end. But because we're playing the DS version, we have more content to look at after the arena. So the arena here is a boss rush mode. We'll be fighting every single boss that we fought throughout our journey. And this can be pretty difficult because in between rounds, you're given 2 powers you can go ahead and grab and some health above with Tomatoes. That's pretty much it. You have to do all this in one go. So as you can see, you have an assortment of powers you can go ahead and choose from here. And on the bottom screen, you can see who you're fighting, which is really useful because you can actually see who you're fighting in the first round now here in Kirby Superstar Ultra, which is really nice because you couldn't really see that in the Super Nintendo version. Unfortunately for me, our first fight is against Meta Knight. So even though I'm grabbing Hammer, I'm immediately having to ditch it for Sword. So Meta Knight here is going to be kind of one of the worst ones to have for starting off because he does so much damage. So just hopefully he gives me a good pattern. I mean, so far he's kind of cooperating, which that's always nice. And plus my helper's doing a good amount. So unfortunately now I'm going to want my helper back. Please. Alright, just stay still. Please, helper. I need your power now. Alright, got it. And we're good. Alright, got my hammer and Meta Knight's out of here. Now he did a lot of damage to me already, so I'm considering, should I? Oh no, it's Wispy Woods. I was going to say, maybe I should pick up a Tomato now, but it's Wispy Woods. I'll be fine. I've never died to the tree once in my life, and I never plan on doing that. So let's just go ahead and whack him a couple times with the hammer, and that tree's already dead. Man, Wispy, you're a joke. Alright, so here I'm going to just go ahead and take a safety Tomato, just because King Dedede, I want to make sure I don't get comboed, because sometimes it can give me some bad patterns. So just go ahead and whack him a few times, and he's dead. That was easy. He gave me some good patterns. I like him. So we have Fatty Whale next, but as you can see, our Tomato now turned into a normal tomato. So, luckily, even if you use the health here in this mode, you're not without extra health to use all the Tomatoes. So that's nice. I don't think that's how it was in the original Kirby Superstar, so that's an upgrade. But now with Fatty Whale, we're just going to go ahead and play this one a little bit safe, back up, do some hammer whacks, and he's already dead. And he gave me some good patterns. These bosses are pretty nice to me so far. I like it. Keep it up. Now it's time for the reactor. Okay, so time for the auto-scroller base boss because there's not much we can do here. We're just kind of standing around waiting for things to happen. So just 3 hits and then this thing would be dead. The normal. But let's just go ahead and fall off the cannon. That's not what I wanted. I want to stand on the edge of this. And just do a little bit of chip damage here. Maybe we'll destroy this cannon. Maybe not. I don't really care, to be honest. As long as I don't get hit by it. Destroying it will just make this fight go by a little bit quicker, that's all. And I think... No, okay, good. I thought that laser missed for a second. That would have sucked. And it's going to fire out its fire beams, but really don't care. It's already destroyed now, so it doesn't even matter. Won't do it again. But the boss is also destroyed, so there goes the reactor. Now it's time for us to fight Twinwood. So, Twinwood's here is going to be a joke. Just like how Wispy was. So, do that. Go to his friend. Wail on him a couple times. And now can we see who's next? Because I want a challenge, please. There is a challenge, Heavy Lobster. This one is probably one of the more annoying bosses because of his pattern, but let's see if he gives me something good. So far he's being pretty nice, I like it. So he's gonna get ready to shoot me, but I can counter that. I was hoping that wouldn't be a flamethrower and he just shot me in the face. Luckily it was not, because he couldn't even get it out. So now it's time for Dynablade. Dynablade shouldn't be too bad using the hammer, so let's just hope that Dynablade doesn't really give me a bad pattern. And so far, it's a good pattern, jumping just straight up. So even though you hit me once, Dynablade's already down. See why I'm using hammer? This makes things so much faster and easier too. If this was the original Kirby Superstar, I would come in here with Plasma, because it's easier to spam that and just do massive amount of damage with that move. But here in Kirby Superstar Ultra, it's just better for me to use hammer. I mean, look at that. The wizard's already dead. The wizard's just a joke at this point. So just do that. whack you a couple times, and we just need to whack it, I think, 1 or 2 more times, and the knight's down. Oh, just use its ice move. The ice move, you can't really guard, because while you do guard and take less damage from it, you still take some damage, which is annoying. One of the worst ones probably to get from the knight. And the Great Dragon's just spitting fire that's missing us, since it has terrible aim. So that's good for us. And one more round of the Great Dragon, unless he defends. And of course he defends as soon as I said it. You just have good hearing, don't you? Alright, let's just wait it out. Oh, not one of the worst ones probably to get here, because you can't really guard these moves either. The wind will hurt you no matter if you're guarding or not. The only way to avoid that kind of stuff is if you have something like Mirror, where you can just reflect things off of a shield. So that's kind of an unfortunate thing. We don't have anything that can reflect. But now it's time for Kracko. So Kracko, let's just see what kind of pattern you give me, buddy. As you can see, we're fighting Kracko on the arena from Kirby's first adventure here in Superstar Ultra, Spring Breeze. We fought Kracko in a lot of different areas, but that's the one they chose for the arena. So I'll take it. I don't mind that arena. It's nice. It's not too big, but it's not too small either. And it looks nice. So now it's time for Wham Bam Rock. And Wham Bam Rock is, as you can tell at this point, not too hard, because we have a massive amount of damage weapon, hammer. So it's already dead. You didn't get to see him point. He just got to slam us a couple times with his hands, and that's it. So now it's time for the Nova Nucleus, Nova's Heart. Now, if you come in here with a helper, your helper's destroyed. So if you have a helper at this point, just take its power or get rid of him, because really you can't use him here against Nova's Heart. I'm not really sure why they changed this boss fight's name, because this is Nova's Heart in the Superstar version on Super Nintendo. But in Ultra, they changed it, which is a little weird if you ask me. Alright, we should just have 2 more cores to destroy, and then the heart's down. I'm trying my best to not take any damage here, because these pillars hurt. They hurt a lot, so I'm trying my best to avoid taking any scuffs, because that'll probably do a good chunk of my health bar. But there you go, we're good. And as you can see, the boss is still moving around the arena, so still pay attention when it's dead. You'll still get hurt at that point. Alright, so we only have 7 more left. We're getting there, and our next fight is against Lololo and La La La. So let's go, you two. I still want to try out the game that they were on NES for, the puzzle game. I kind of want to try that at one point just to see how it plays. And I'm a fan of puzzle games, but I would like just to see their origin story, basically. Because they didn't originate in Kirby, but everyone just knows them from Kirby. Because they haven't really done anything with Lololo and La 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 outside of this series since, well, ever at this point. Because outside the NES game, which debuted the characters years ago, they always been relegated to Kirby. So yeah, I would like to see them actually get maybe a game of their own at one point again. That'd be nice. Some kind of spin-off thing for them. I mean, we've had it happen before in other games, so why not? I mean, Luigi has Spotlight for the Mario series. Give Lolo and Lala some Spotlight time for Kirby. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and grab a Metamato here, because Main Cannon 2 I just want to take a chance with. Because this guy hurts. So I want to be very careful about this fight. So, let him do his thing. Stand on this very, very small edge, because you barely have enough room to stand here while not getting any hits, and take out the cannon with her swipes. So now it's time for Chameleon Arm here. Actually, it's Cameleo Arm, I believe. I think I've been saying it wrong this entire time. Sorry, it's a DS. It's a small screen. What are you gonna do, right? Not the easiest screen to read in the world. I mean, if I was playing this on XL model, maybe it'd be a little bit easier to see, but then I wouldn't be able to capture off of it. So there you go, that's done, and now it's time for the hardest boss fight in all of Kirby. I must heal because this fight is gonna be intense. I need a helper, it's that bad. Help me, buddy, give me support. That was it. That was the boss fight. You fight a Waddle Dee that you literally can just absorb as normal Kirby. Ditch your power for that fight because it's over in 2 seconds. Otherwise, he does actually take a lot of damage and takes a bit to destroy. But that was a boss fight for some reason. Like, I don't know why you fight a random Waddle Dee. It's to signify one of the Waddle Dees from the Revenge of Meta Knight mode, so he has significance story-wise. But in terms of a boss fight, you never fought a Waddle Dee, so it's just random. And he just shows of how random it was because he dies so quick. Oh, it's gonna hurt. Give me my power, please. So yeah, it was really random to fight a random Waddle Dee like that. But it's dead. We're good. And now we're done with the All-Star Battle number 2. So that's all the All-Star Battles, and that's all the normal boss fights. Now it's time for the final boss fight. Marks round 2. Let's go. So, let's hopefully get a same verse as the first kind of fight. And we're at full health this time around, so this makes things a lot easier. This, I believe, was a much better run of the arena compared to when I first did Kirby Superstar on my channel a couple years back. I remember that run I had to break up into 2 separate videos, so this one we were able to do in 1 video. Definitely shows the improvements. So let's just guard here just to be safe. And let's see, where is Marks gonna teleport? Oh, right there. I was probably ready to move too, but came up faster than I was anticipating. So can I hit him with the hammer? Nope. I had to do a jump attack still. He's just a little too high. Are you doing this again? I'm surprised. He's just liking to do vines here in this playthrough. So now he should be getting ready for a laser move. And we literally killed him the same way as we did the first time. Sweet. Let's ditch our hammer. Because we win. We won with a 7:14.74. That's a pretty solid time. I think that's probably my fastest time beating the arena here in the DS version in particular. I think I got a lower time on the Super Nintendo version using Plasma, but this is still a really solid time. I'm happy with it. But that was the arena. So that's the final mode in the original Kirby Superstar beaten. So if we were playing the original, that would be endgame. But here, after we beat the arena, we unlock the Helper to Hero mode. And also we unlock the Megaton Punch minigame, returning from the Super Nintendo version. So, now that we unlocked that stuff, we have more things for us to do here in Kirby Superstar Ultra. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode on that note. Next time on Let's Play Kirby Superstar Ultra, we'll go ahead and take on the System Mode to Arena, Helper to Hero. I'll see you guys next time.